Yeah. Then all the couples come back together on stage, and we also see Keke on the stage.
Hey, Keke.
We see clips of the ups and downs of Keke and Tisha's relationship this season.
Yeah.
And Keke explains the situation of the issue that they had with somebody coming out talking about Marsau having a threesome.
Yeah.
And she was basically saying that it wasn't from her. She was repeating it to Mel. And the whole reason she was repeating it to Mel is because Mel asked how Keke and Tisha's relationship is. That's some BS.
That's very BS.
You could say, hey, we're in a good place. We're not in a good place. Da, 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 da. But I agree with Tisha when she said the conversation didn't sound like a concerned cousin.
Number one.
It sounded like you were reveling in my misfortune or possible misfortune.
Number one, Keke, if you was coming into my court and with this whole thing of basically like, I was basically Tisha came to me off camera because that's what she basically said because they had a pact.
Yeah.
Right? I totally forgot about this scene, by the way. I forgot this happened this season. They had a pact.
Yeah, that was way at the beginning.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I forgot they wasn't talking in the beginning of this season.
Right.
And they in the same way this season, right? Mm-hmm. They had a pact that, hey, Keke said, I'm not going to talk about your marriage no more. Mm-hmm. Right? And that's when Tisha said it in the confessional. She said, like, I don't want to trust her because, like, I've been down this road again, trusting her getting let down. And I get it. Mm-hmm. And just for her to break that pact and try to justify it, like, hey, look, Tisha asked me off camera about Marsau. I'm just repeating what somebody told me. No. There's something about that side of the family that just doesn't like accountability at all.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? If you was a concerned cousin, like Tisha said, you wouldn't have been gossiping with Mel and things like that. But continue.
Yeah. Well, Keke says that Tisha's in denial, and we find out what Keke means by that, and she's in denial about Marsau cheating.
Still talk about my husband.
Yeah. Tisha says that, this is crazy because Keke's cheated on her husband.
Wow.
Her husband has cheated on her.
Wow.
Plenty of times.
Wow.
She even paid for somebody to go out on a date with her husband when they first started dating. So I am totally like with Tisha on this one. Like, you've got enough skeletons in your closet to where you really should not have nothing to say. You really should not.
Listen here. I will say this. If I was to defend Keke, I'm going to go defend Keke on one thing only. Okay. And we talked about this. This was the episode where she threw the drink in her face, right? Mm-hmm. I have a habit sometimes. And apparently, I'm sure some of y'all who are married, I'm sure y'all husbands do this sometimes. So I break out in sermons sometimes when I'm talking to Blair, right? And I make her cash at me, ties it off.
He don't make me cash, but he does ask, but
right.
I do not do it.
Right? So she disrespected her pastor, right? When Keke threw that water in that woman's face, right? She was wrong. But we saw that Tisha was being passive aggressive, ignoring things like that, like purposely, like, oh, excuse me, and just purposely turning her back to her cousin, right? Blair explained in that episode that Tisha wasn't being an adult by saying, hey, right now, I'm not really feeling you. I don't want to talk to you, things like that, right? Let me teach you something or tell you something about passive aggressive, right? Passive aggression, right? I've learned that passive aggression is still aggression.
Yeah, it is.
So if it's passive, Keke didn't choose to be passive aggressive. She chose to be aggressive.
Right.
That's just preference.
Right.
But it's still she met aggression
with aggression.
So I can't quote unquote be totally mad at Keke because you're being aggressive towards me just passively.
And that's like when Mel went out to tell Keke, like, did anybody say anything? Did anybody do anything? No, but that was on purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that too, like, say she should have threw the water in her
Absolutely
face.
not.
No, I'm saying it just shows there's something childish about Tisha. There's something childish about that side of the family where they don't like accountability. They don't like being called on a carpet and things like that. What did you